coach, Doug Farmer, the AP. What does it mean for you guys to be playing back home now for tomorrow's game and potentially on Monday night?
It's really exciting for us to be home. Just thrilled that we have a sellout in advance. Great for our fans and the whole community, really, to get behind this. They've been great all year, and certainly not surprised they followed us to Toledo, and now they have a chance to see us play here at home, and we're really, really happy to be home.
Corrello, South Bend Tribune. Can you talk about Tiffany Bias and the challenge she's going to pose for your team?
Well, she's got just great quickness. She's so fast in the open floor. I mean, she can be behind everyone and still beat everybody down the floor. One of the leaders in steals in the Big 12. Just a really good guard. Gets a lot of assists. I think over 200 assists on the season. She's a really, really difficult matchup for us because of her speed and quickness and the way she runs the team. So she's a great player, having a great year.
So what do you do to disrupt quickness? What do you do to get a player who's that thoughtful in running the team to kind of get out of sorts, so to speak?
You know, it's really difficult, especially in transition. You know, I think as we've seen over the past with people trying to do that to Skylar, it's hard to do in the open floor. So, you know, we just have to see how the defense matches up and finds her on a miss.
Coach, what pleased you the most about your team's performance in the first two games, and what are your biggest concerns heading into this next round?
I thought Natalie Achamwa had a really great game in the second round. Kayla McBride and Jewel Lloyd, I think, you know, everybody played well. Everybody had a game where they played well, or certainly stretches where they played well. So I feel good about that. Defensively, I thought we played pretty well in both games. Rebounding-wise, we can do a little bit better. I think that's always a concern.
Coach. Tom Coyne, AP. Talk about just do you think the team feels extra pressure now just because of, you know, they're expected to win undefeated season? Does this weigh on them at all? Do you think that they enjoy the challenge of that?
You know, I think we've taken it one game at a time all year. We've really just kind of embraced where we are in the journey and enjoyed each step of it. And now I think the most pressure was getting back home. You know, that's difficult when you know you're going to play at home if you win. And so for us to be able to win those first two games, I thought was really important to now get back to where we wanted to be.
Lou Simoji with BlueandGold.com. You generally know what you're going to get from your big three, Achanwa, McBride, Lloyd. What do you see as maybe an X factor to take you to that next round? Obviously, with your freshmen, this is their first introduction there. Will you be seeking a little more from them, too?
You know, I really thought Madison Cable was maybe the X factor in one game and Michaela Mabry in the other. So I think somebody off the bench, you know, we expect to step up, and it doesn't matter who it is. Taya Reimer could do it, Markeisha Wright could do it, Madison or Michaela. So I'm really happy that we have such a deep bench, and they've played well all year. Just excited to see which one of them is going to be the one to rise to the occasion.
What did you do to fine-tune or change your transition game from the Arizona State game where you weren't really happy with it? And is Oklahoma State a team that can, you know, slow you down or take you out of your transition?
You know, I think the key is always rebounding. If you don't rebound, you can't run. You got to have the ball. So I think that's probably the reason why rebounding is always a concern and always something that we're continuing to work on. We feel like we need to rebound better. We need to just take care of the ball better and give ourselves better opportunities in transition.
Muffet, I know when you were able to host this regional, you were against the idea behind it of having teams host regionals. After seeing the first couple rounds, Toledo was pretty good attendance-wise, but some of the other places were empty. And next year they're sort of flopping it where the top 16 are going to host and then they're neutral regionals. The fact that you guys are sold out tomorrow, the other three spots have really good attendance, a different opinion at all, or you still think it's wrong for teams to be able to host?
Yeah, I'm still opposed philosophically to the idea. I think that the top 16 deserve home court advantage in the first two rounds because they've earned it, and that means the regular season means something. When you get to the regional, you really want a neutral court. I mean, you want neutral fans. You want to have the opportunity for any of the 16 to advance, and it's difficult to win at this time. You know, when you play somebody on their home floor.
Aside from talent, is there any reason why you think Notre Dame has been so dominant at home? Is it the fans or comfort, or what do you think makes Notre Dame so good at home?
Well, we've been pretty good on the road this year, too. I think that our fans definitely, we just really love our fans because they seem to know at that moment in the game when it's really important that we get a stop. It's really important that we get a score here. They make us comfortable. I think they really help us. We know they're supporting us, and we want to win for them. So it gives us a little extra when they're standing and exhorting us on.
Any concerns about the inside game? Anything that Oklahoma State does or any of their personnel that could cause you problems against your interior defense?
Yeah, I think Jones and Suttles are both really good players. They both have different ways to score. Suttles can score inside and out, and defensively, I think they have the size to match up with us. So I think that's always a concern, too.
Who else? Anybody else have questions? Going once, twice, 3 times? Okay, thanks very much, Coach.
Thanks.